Hi, welcome to another in our series of Real People in Scripture, where we look at real people who lived in real places at real times. Today I want to take a quick look at a guy named Othniel. We actually learn about him in Joshua and then again in the book of Judges. He was a guy who was, he was better known for being related to someone else. He was actually the son-in-law of Caleb. If you remember all the way back in Numbers chapter 11, Joshua sent a few guys to explore the promised land. Well, Joshua and Caleb were the only two that came back with a report that called for Israel to trust in God. And Othniel was the guy who married his daughter, Caleb's daughter. I know that may seem strange, and what's the big deal about that? Well, Othniel was later used as one of Israel's first judges. God called him to deliver good news to Israel and to fight for them, to lead them in the battle against some of their enemies. And so we think, who am I? What's the big deal about my life? Well, Othniel probably thought a lot the same way because his father-in-law was much better known. He was more famous. He did the big things for Israel. So what could Othniel do? Well, it wasn't important what he did for his background. What was important was what he did for God. Othniel was willing to be used by God, even though his father-in-law was much more famous. When the opportunity came, Othniel said, "Here I am, use me." And so God used him to deliver Israel yet again from some of their enemies. So I want to encourage you, as you think about your family, as you think about those who have come before you, maybe there's somebody in your past that you think, well, they were much better than I can ever hope to be. Well, it's not about them, it's about you. It's about letting God work through you in spite of everything that's around you, because you are uniquely gifted. You are a unique child of God. So trust in Him as you are trying to walk forward in faith, trusting in the one who created you, who knit you together in your mother's womb, and will use you for His glory. So I want to encourage you today. Remember what Othniel did. It wasn't about Caleb. It wasn't about anybody else. It was simply about him and being used by God. God can do great things through you when you trust in Him. We'll see you next time.